Welcome, South Africa. This is the Alpines Hour. I'm Lutogazi Ndlazi. Here with Chef Bonolo, we're looking at the Seren Toaster. How often do you toast bread every morning and you burn it? That is always a problem. And you have to start over. You're wasting your food. It's a waste of time. You're in a rush and you want to eat breakfast. That's all you really want.
So what actually made me burst out laughing is the fact that the way you asked the question simply means that you are one of those people who eat that overly browned bread, right?
Sometimes it happens. It's the reality. And
More
today
frequently.
we have the solution for you. All you have to do is just stay tuned and look at what this can really do for you. You're buying it for just 999 rands, and you'll see why this is great value. And as TV Mo, we always give you great special prices. We have a beautiful offer for you today. It really is incredible. You're also getting yourself, if you buy the Seren Toaster today, you're getting yourself a free cover. How great is that?
So the cover you're referring to, I assume, is what makes the difference between my toaster and yours.
Yes, and this is what I want us to see, to show you how it really is.
Yes.
Fits into it.
So the cover does come off, and it does come in the two colors as you see over there.
Yeah.
You get the silver and you get the black as well. So I assume they get to choose the color they want,
They get
right?
to choose the color they
And
want.
obviously you need to then call in quickly because the one you want might be going.
Definitely.
But that's a little bit about the cover. Let's talk about the reason why we are here.
All right.
And this wonderful toaster is the one that is going to make your toasting experience much easier. And if you are a Ludwe and you do need hand holding when you are toasting your bread, then this is perfect for you.
Chef,
because
I'm
this is
hungry.
Are you hungry?
I'm hungry.
I'm sorry, that might have to do with something that the fact that I've actually started with a lot of it. Because as you can tell, I'm quite excited about it. And you know, I've been trying out new things and ensuring that the stuff I like is already waiting for
Okay.
me. But as you can see, it is not only breakfast or bread that I have on the counter here. Yes, I do have bread. It will come out just now. It's just the fancy ones to start with.
Okay.
Because that's what I want to show you the differences between your toaster that you have at home and the one that I'm bringing to you today. Now, you know, when you've got your pop-up toaster that you use at home,
Yes.
you can only toast certain sizes of slices of bread.
True.
Right? So you can actually only toast slices of bread that are a certain thickness.
Yes.
So if you have a family or you have little ones who enjoy the thicker slices of bread, I think you maybe find it difficult.
It is difficult.
It is very difficult. And what you might find is if you try hard to squeeze it in, you actually end up with bread that is burned rather than toasted. And that is why I'm bringing you something that is going to change your toasting routine. So it's not only about the fact that it isn't a pop-up, that it actually loads from the side, but it is also about the fact that it's going to allow you to be able to toast whatever size of bread, whatever thickness, whatever shape that you like. As long as it can fit in through the side feed, then you are good to go. And that is the main difference, you know, between the Seren toaster and your pop-up toaster at home. Yes, there are other differences as well that we are going to highlight for you, because as you can tell, if you're looking at the table, you're probably wondering, were all these things toasted in here? And the answer is yes. And you know for sure that some of these things cannot be placed in your toaster.
And I think the first thing I saw, we're looking at a toaster, but I see fish fingers.
Yes.
That's what I really want us to be able to talk about.
So the fish fingers you and I are going to experience just now, because I haven't made them just
Okay.
yet. So what I have is I've made a toasty over there, as you can see, with a lovely ciabatta roll that is actually got seeds. And what I've done is I've filled it with some ham, some tomato, and some cheese.
Yes.
And as you can see over there, the cheese has actually melted.
It
So it
has.
means you can actually make your toasty in your toaster.
Interesting.
So you don't need a flat iron to be able to make a toasty anymore. Your toaster that you use to toast your slices of bread in the morning, you can use to make a lovely lunch in the afternoon. A lovely, respectable, non-school box looking lunch.
And I think the fact that also it's reliable, you know that when you use it, you won't get burnt out crumbs and bread that actually looks like crumbs itself. Now we're talking about, I want us to have a look at this.
Yes.
It really looks inviting. And the shape itself really changes the game completely because
Yes.
you do not lose the shape.
You don't lose the shape at all. It allows you to be able to toast the bread regardless of what size and shape it is. As you can see, I'm loading some flapjacks in here, and you could probably try do that in your pop-up toaster. But I wonder how you'd be able to get them out. I don't think
That's
you'd
a
be
very
able
good
to.
question. That's a very good question.
So I've never been sleepy enough to try, but you probably might have. But what you can see here is the fact that the loading rack, actually comes out, and that, we've got the spring-loaded rack as well, that at the touch of the release, you are able to open it, feed it in, and close it. As you can see, my flapjacks are flimsy, flying around. But what is very interesting is the fact that when I load it on, to just slide it onto the side, you can hear it has a lovely buzzing noise to say that I've put it in place correctly. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how easy it is to do. I'm just going to reset it all the way to off to just show you how easy it is to actually just operate this machine.
All right.
So we're going to take it from off to 2. Right, because I've got flapjacks, they're smaller, and all I'm trying to do is to just toast them just a little bit.
Okay.
And then we're going to press the on button, right?
All right.
And then we're good to go. What that is going to do, you've heard the little buzzer.
Yes.
What that is going to do is going to start the element going, and it's going to start with the toasting process.
Okay, Chef, I have just a step back. So initially, you pushed the toaster back in.
Yes.
And then you had a buzzing sound. Was it
Yes.
on already?
No, so the buzzing sound is to tell me that it is actually fitted on correctly.
Okay, perfect.
So let's do this and put it back on.
Okay.
So it actually tells me that it's fitted on correctly. So
Okay,
whatever
great.
setting I have on, I can just press my start button and then it will go again.
All right. So
see.
you start by pressing the on button once again.
Yes.
All right.
So I have put it on 2 there, and you might be asking yourself, how does she know to put it on 2?
Good
right?
question.
Because, toasters have different settings. But the people at Seren have been so wonderful to you that they know you're going to be trying out so many different things that you wouldn't normally do inside your everyday pop-up toaster, right?
Yeah.
So they are going to kit you out. Whenever you get your toaster, you're going to get this lovely manual that's going to tell you exactly what options to use for what type of bread or what type of scones. As you can see, there's a whole range of things that you can toast in here that you wouldn't normally be able to put into your toaster. And if you could put them on, you wouldn't be able to take them out without a lot of stress. And that is why you are going to get this wonderful manual along with the toaster manual itself. So this one over here is a little menu card. They call it Toasterology card.
Okay.
So it actually equips you.
Feels like a
to
science.
yes, it is actually. It equips you to be able to use the Seren toaster and be proud of all the results that you get every single time. So as you can see, the flapjacks that you see over here, I've already made. I'm just making the 2 to just ensure that both Ludo and I are able to enjoy them today.
Yay, we have enough food for the whole team today. And you can do the same for your whole family. Imagine this as breakfast, actually, or lunch even, because you have so much variety. But the beautiful thing about it is that we have decided to give you a special deal today where if you buy the Seren toaster for just 999 rands today, you get yourself a free cover with 200 rands. So you're getting yourself a cover that will fit into your kitchen. So you get to decide which one will really look nice in your kitchen. Look, I'll be honest, it looks nice as it is, but really, sometimes when you're following a design or a look and feel for your kitchen, and you have a certain idea that you have and you want to carry it through, this is definitely something that you want to consider. Or if you're gifting someone as well, this is a perfect deal for you to be able to take advantage of it. But remember, we only have this toaster available for the first 80 customers. So the first 80 customers to buy right now the Seren toaster will be getting a cover absolutely free.
Is the toaster not worrying you?
Oh, yeah. Well, I was just excited about the offer. It's a great deal.
It is a great deal, especially because the cover doesn't only help you to be able to customize, the look of your toaster according to the look of your kitchen, but it also works as a little tray. So just take it off to have a look.
Whoa, I actually never
There
thought
we
of
go.
that.
So you can use it as a little tray to just ensure
I'm gonna do
that
this.
you're able to eat. There we
Just
go.
to show you that it actually does serve.
There we
Incredible.
go. So it's going to be very easy for you to just put in whatever you want. So you could put your little flapjacks on there and you can put them on the table, for your family to enjoy their breakfast.
Wow. A cover by day, a tray by day still. All right. So you have taken them out.
Yes, I have.
I'm not seeing any burning marks.
Yeah, they're actually quite perfect.
Wow,
If I
stunning.
could say so myself.
Well,
I'm
chef,
just going
compliments to
put-
you.
It's actually compliments to the Seren Toaster.
Lovely.
Because I haven't had to do any work. So you know the number of times that, with all good intentions, you make flapjacks for your family, you make waffles for your kids ahead because you've got all these good intentions.
Yes.
But the problem then comes in when they have to be reheated.
True.
Because the thing is, you cannot reheat waffles or flapjacks in the microwave, which is the appliance we tend to use to reheat everything.
yeah.
But the wonderful thing is the Seren Toaster does give you a reheat function. She said, what?
Because it keeps getting better.
Yes. So the one that I have just used is the on button, right? And the one right above it is the reheat function.
Okay.
And the reheat function is the one that you are going to use when you've made pasties for your little ones or for yourself or for your family. And you've made croissants, you've made chocolate croissants, you've got pies that are left over overnight, you've got samosas. The reheat function is going to allow you to be able to just reheat the things you want to eat. So you don't have to worry about setting up the oven, putting it on, and putting a little bit of water in a tray to ensure that your croissants don't get dry. You don't have to worry about any of that.
Wow.
You've got a toaster that is smart enough to know that, the person who owns me needs a lot of things in their life, and
True.
drama in the morning is not one of them.
This is definitely going to be something great for somebody who always loves exploring as well. So if you're a big breakfast person and you always love serving good food every single morning, and they do say breakfast is a very important part of the day.
That's
meal of the
because it
day.
is. That is where you get your fuel for the day, to be able to go on with your whole day without worrying about feeling lightheaded or needing, to refuel again. So that is why it is important. And what then makes it even more important is, you want to be able to eat the things you like.
True.
Not the things that are there because it is inconvenient for you. And having a toaster that does more than just toast bread is going to allow you to be able to, do all those things that you want to do. I, for one, am not one for... I like sweet foods and I would like flapjacks or whatever, but I'm not for that in the morning. In the morning, I'm more of a toasty with ham and cheese type of person. And, you could never do that because if you toast 2 slices of bread and then you have to put in the food inside, it does sort of become a bit of an issue,
It does.
right? And that's not what I normally would do. But if you have a Seren toaster, you don't even need to worry about it. You just put it right in the toaster. You go on your manual, like I'm doing here, and your manual will tell you. So we've got croissants in there that I've just put in. And as you can see over there, it says croissants, and it tells you what to do. It actually tells you which setting to use.
Lovely.
So that is actually wonderful. So we're going to use the setting. According to the menu, it tells us we're using the reheat setting, right?
Okay.
Because we're not cooking them from scratch. We just want them to be nice and fluffy and warm to be able to enjoy with your cup of coffee or your tea in the morning. And the wonderful thing about it is when you do use the buttons, as you've realized with the flapjacks, at the end of the cooking time, the toaster does actually tell you when your food is ready.
Wow. And that's usually the reason why you find yourself burning your toast, because you can't really gauge how long you should keep it in there, because you also want it to be crunchy. People like different levels of crunchy when you're looking at their food.
Yes.
So that's also the fact that it gives you that variety and that freedom to be able to look at it and, and adjust it according to your own requirements is a really great feature.
Okay, so can you smell that?
It smells divine.
Yes.
It smells divine.
It really is. Just look at it and you can see how golden it is. It's
is.
actually quite nice. So what it actually does is it just reheats it, right? And it warms it through. And when it warms it through, that's when you can start to smell it. So, your mouth is even... my mouth.
I've
My
been
mouth
at it. I
is
told you when
starting
we
to
started, this is really
salivate.
just everything you want to experience every single morning. And sometimes even in your lunchtime sometimes. Preparing lunch has never really been easier. We're talking about the Seren Toaster, and today you can really have this today. Buy yours right now, 0861 000 173. You get yourself a special deal, 999 rands for just this. And you actually are getting yourself extra value if you buy right now. If you buy right now, you're getting yourself a free Seren cover, toaster cover, which is an incredible deal for the first 80 customers to buy right now. It's a marathon. Buy yours right now. 0861 000 173. And I think for us, we usually prioritize certain, different people in the kitchen.
Yes.
You prioritize certain things over the others until you actually have to use the appliance and
Yes,
you
of
realize mine is letting me down.
Yeah, so the normal way that we acquire toasters is as part of I don't know what it's called. I think it's called a breakfast pack or something to that effect.
That sounds right.
Yeah, where you get it with other appliances. It's like, I don't really need it, and then
But I'll
you
take
then
it.
have to use it. And when you try to use it, then you realize how if you would have chosen it yourself, you would have actually chosen a different one, because it is an appliance that does do the most in terms of allowing you to be able to make breakfast really quickly. And when you've got a family as big as mine, and everyone has their own little wants and whims, and this one wants flapjacks in the morning, this one wants a toasty, and this one wants fish fingers and chips, you want to be able to have an appliance that can, deliver to everyone in the same way with the same quality. And the Seren toaster is going to allow you to be able to do that. You're going to be more than just a super mom or a super dad in
You
your
know
house.
what? You actually just answered the question that I wanted to ask you. And I wanted us to talk about the price element, because people would be, but it's just a toaster. Is it really just a toaster? I doubt it.
Look, it isn't just a toaster. You can't even begin to, quantify how much peace this is going to give you. And as you can see, it's very easy for me to use, and I'm not really one who's into toasting, trust me, I'll tell you now. But it's easy for me to use, meaning that anyone in the family would be able to use it. Anyone within the age range of using electrical appliances, of course.
Okay.
Yes, because it is easy to use, but it is still an electrical appliance, so it is important that you just ensure that everyone who does make use of it is supposed to be the right person to use
It almost seems like it just adapts in
It
terms
does.
of the shape and the size of the item that you're placing, the food item that you're placing in the toaster. It
Yes.
it welcomes it.
And that adapting is the superhero characteristics of the spring rack. So the fact that the rack actually has springs, and you can see. Yeah, I'll do it for you. I like you.
Please, we need to
After I
see
just
this.
worked so hard. So to press it, you will see that it actually opens it up. And the springs allow you to be able to put in any size or shape of bread. In this instance, this is not bread. This is fish fingers that have been frozen, meaning that we are going to then be employing a different cooking process. And again, we are moving on to a new button.
I've been waiting for you.
Okay, so the one that we are going to use next is the defrost function
Have you ever?
on a toaster.
On a toaster.
Yeah,
It
so-
changes the game completely.
It does. So this is not just an ordinary toaster. It's actually quite fantastic. So I've got the fish fingers in here, right? And I'm going to just press the defrost function. And as you will see on your manual, when you do make the fish fingers,
Yes.
it actually tells you how many times you need to press each of the buttons to ensure the correct doneness.
Okay.
So we've got fish fingers and they are from frozen, right? So we have defrosted it, and the toastology manual actually
Hello.
says we need to press it 3 times, which means you will press it once, it will
Okay.
go off, you'll press it again, it will go off, and you'll press it again.
All right.
And you
okay.
don't need to worry about it becoming incrementally hot, because that's one of the problems that we experience with the normal pop-up toaster. So you start with your first slice of bread, right? And you like on the midriff, on the 4 or whatever yours goes up to, and it toasts it, but like just toasts it.
Yes.
You put in the second round, and then you get like really brown toast, same
Yes.
measure. And then you get the third round, and you get burnt slice of toast. And that is because, the element that, or the line elements that are in the pop-up toaster become incrementally hot. So every time you use it, the heat just increases. It just becomes hotter and hotter every single time. And that residual heat is what then causes you to have your phenomena that happens in your kitchen, where you are constantly eating bread that has been over toasted. Because when we are in the kitchen, we are so generous. We're like, let me toast yours first. Let me toast yours first. By the time you get to yours, your toaster is so hot that you are now getting bread that's automatically burnt, whether you change it up or not. But the Seren Toaster does make provision for that.
Okay.
You want to know how?
How?
Every time you use it, at the end of the cooking time, it actually shuts off completely.
So it starts from scratch when you
It
use
starts
it again.
from scratch.
Wow.
So every time you put in the 2 slices of bread per person or however many that you need, you get the exact same doneness every single time. The incremental heat does not play a part on here at all.
It is a Seren Toaster. It really changes the game completely. As you can see, it has a defrost function. Have you ever seen a toaster with a defrost function? It really will help you make that breakfast. And also, Chef, it's very quick because
Yes.
everything that you've been doing has been really quick. It's seamless. Nobody has to start crying, I'm hungry, and running
There's no
late.
pain.
It really just simplify your life as well. We're basically giving you the solution. But remember, it's only available for just up to 80 customers today. So we have limited stock. Buy yours right now. And we have a special deal for those first 80 customers to call in. You're getting yourself a free cover, which is valued at 200 rands if you buy right now. 0861 000 173 is the number to dial to buy yourself a toaster that can defrost. Incredible.
Okay, so you've heard it beep.
Yes, I have.
And then I'm going
Second
to...
time.
Yes, I'm going to
All
do
right.
so. This is to ensure that whatever you're defrosting is fully defrosted. So when you've got something in the freezer, it will have some water in it, right?
Okay.
And what we are trying to do is we're taking out the ice and the water. And obviously one of these, so this one will be the one that starts to cook it.
Okay.
And we want it to be cooked completely. And then we are going to be able to brown it on the third one. That's actually quite magical if you think about it.
Incredible.
You know, you've got a toaster that you can tell what you want it to do. You can tell it to toast, you can tell it to brown, you can tell it to reheat, you can even tell it to defrost.
And now, I think right now at home, your toaster tells you what to do, which is really not what you want. And Chef, I'm going to ask us to really address the big elephant in the room. There is cleaning a toaster. A nightmare. Every person's nightmare. Cleaning a toaster.
This is actually the strangest thing. I thought that would be the first question you would ask me.
Well, I was really mesmerized by the fact that you have it looks different, and also those functionalities really caught me off guard.
So I'm going to indulge you, right? I'm going to take them out. We'll fix them around just now.
Okay.
But cleaning it is going to be a breeze because all you need to clean in terms of the Seren Toaster is this tray over here.
Wow.
So you're going to be able to take it out completely, fully. Take out your fish fingers that look so juicy and wonderful.
And they smell divine.
Yes. And then you're going to be able to just wipe it off. And this is the only part of the toaster that you're going to need to clean in that way. Then everything else, as you can see, is just going to be a wipe with some water with detergent. You are able to just wipe it off and ensure that the surfaces are clean. And because this is all you need to clean, that's actually quite easy. So there's a tradition in my house that actually goes around where to try and clean the
Please
toaster.
don't tell me you shake it.
No. Okay, so they've got one more step. So
All
they
right.
shake it. But first they turn it on.
Okay.
Because apparently there's a theory that whatever is living in the toaster when you turn it on will die. And when you shake it, will come out. And I'm here to tell my people that you don't need to do that. We've got a toaster that allows you to be able to take out the entire loading rack, to be able to clean it after every use. So you don't have to play, what do they call it? Toaster roulette. The one who gets the dirty one gets to clean it. You don't have to do that.
Oh, you don't have to shake it off either. It really is easy for you right now. Buy yours today. It's the Seren Toaster. It really is, for me, it's incredible because you're looking at a toaster that really offers you more. You're talking about different diversity in everything that you can do in your kitchen, being able to play around with the food that you want to explore and seeing what you can really enjoy for lunch and breakfast. You're saving yourself 500 rands if you buy yours today. And in addition to that, the first 80 customers to buy the Seren Toaster will get a free Seren Toaster cover, absolutely free, which also does happen to double up as a tray.
Yes. So the cover is going to allow you to be able to customize the toaster to the look of your kitchen. So it comes in the 2 colors, in the black, which is quite matte, and in the silver. So you are able to make it look like your other appliances in your kitchen. But the most important function for me is the fact that it doubles up as a tray. Because if you are the waitress in the morning and you're running around and making food for the people, if you are able to put their food on here, put it on the table, then you've got one less plate or even 3 less plates
to
wash
worry
in, by
about.
instance.
And then also, chef, which something that really just came to mind. Why do we use covers? To protect the integrity of our appliances,
yes, for sure.
anyways.
Oh, yes,
so
for sure.
there's really more that you're getting. It's valued at 200 rands, but if you buy right now the Seren Toaster, you're getting it absolutely free. It looks stunning. It adds a nice finishing touch onto your kitchen as well. Wow. I never thought I'd see the day we would make fish fingers on a toaster.
Okay, we are here. That day
Well,
has
it's not
come.
me, it's the Seren Toaster. Once
Yes, it
again,
is.
it really is available for you. It's a game changer, and all you have to do to get your hands on it is just give us a call on 0861 000 173. Perfectly browned. Perfectly
And as you
browned.
can see, I'm going to give you just a little peek on my tray. I have been using it this whole time. And as you can see with the fish fingers, it's actually gone quite oily.
Yes.
So the oil is actually coming out of the fish fingers, meaning they have been cooked. So you don't need to worry about is it cooked or not, because yes, it has been cooked. As you can see, the oils that you can see on the tray there to show that it comes out of the fish fingers, and yes, they have been cooked. And just because you see oil there, don't worry, you don't have to worry about it. Cleaning it is going to be such a breeze because this whole loading track or the whole loading tray comes off, as you can see. Then you just take a walk with it to the sink. Just ensure that all the little residue or little bread and whatever you've thrown into the bin, and you are able to just wipe it clean. So we are talking about you being able to use a cloth with some warm water detergent, and you're good to go.
You know what, chef? I'm going to touch on to something that's very important. Breakfast, especially on a weekend.
Yes.
As a family, that's where you also get to sit and bond all together. Just have a good time through good food.
Yes.
And I think that's why this is really going to change your life and change the whole experience with your family. It really is going to help improve your quality of life and the food that you're actually eating.
That's for sure. And now your children don't all have to eat the same thing because mom or dad is too tired to just make others. Because then it's easy for you to be able to just whip it out. Look, guys, I've done all of this in less than 30 minutes.
Imagine
right?
that.
So you can just, make sure that everyone is happy. Everyone gets their menus request every morning very quickly. And if you've got the older kids, they will also be able to make their own food.
I'm going to touch chef on something that actually just came to mind.
Yes.
That when you're making fish fingers on your stove, sometimes you never get even browning. So the one will either be more burned than the other,
Yes.
or the other one no longer has its skin. So it's different instances and different experiences.
And the consistency becomes different. So obviously, as you can see with the ones I've made for you, they've all browned perfectly.
Stunning.
And what we are doing is you and I are having a little bit of a party. So I'm making 2 of everything. So let's put mine in while you finish off.
Well, you can also do this at home by just buying the Seren Toaster today for 999 rands. We have a special offer. You're buying yourself the toaster right now. First 80 customers get a cover absolutely free. It doubles up as a tray, and it really helps protect the integrity of your Seren Toaster. It's available for you right now, and you get to choose any of the 2 colors that you would like. It really is incredible, and it's an offer that you cannot refuse. Change your life, change the way you're toasting. Get yourself the Seren Toaster, 999 rands, saving yourself 500 rands. Thank you so much for joining us. From myself and Chef Bunolo, we're going to enjoy all of this food.
Yes,
we'll
we
see you
are.
next time.
Bye-bye.